Welcome, everyone. Welcome to purplelunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're going to be reading for the fire signs Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I am looking at the week of March 10th through March 16th, and your biggest cosmic influence this week is going to be that very powerful new moon in Pisces. It comes in on March 10th. Pisces new moon, I've been studying it because we have this new moon coming up. So I feel like this energy is actually very interesting, Pisces energy. It's very deep and emotional, like Scorpio energy, but much faster. It moves much faster, and I feel like it can handle much more because it moves much faster, right? So Pisces energy. We're going to be streaming 3 different platforms, guys. Please don't forget YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Timestamps will be provided after the live stream is over. All links for personal readings can be found in the description box of any of my videos. And I am going to start with a collective reading first. I have a little surprise for you guys. Got a little video. Welcome, ladies. Hi, Diana, Michelle, Miss Tina. Miss Tina stayed up for us. Tina's got a headache, ladies. She's not feeling well today, but I'm going to talk about that a little bit right now. All right, guys. So Pisces new moon comes in on the 10th. This is actually our current map. Please remember, we are always a week ahead at PLR. So if you're looking for what happened this week, or if you just want to check my accuracy, you can go over to my YouTube channel and click the live tab. Right now, I didn't mean to do that, sorry. Right now, we actually have 3 conjunctions happening at the same time. You can see Mars and Venus down there in Aquarius, and you can see the triple conjunction there in Pisces. There's more, but I want us to really focus on that triple conjunction right there in Pisces. I circled it on your map, on the screen there on the map, hoping to make it a little bit easier to understand. I know when we talk astrology, it can get like really complicated, but I really want people to understand how useful of a tool astrology is. What spirit has given us here is amazing. And it really can explain to many of us why we're feeling certain ways and why we're dealing with certain things in our life, right? Pisces is a very spiritual sign. It normally rules the 12th house, right? My youngest son is a Pisces, so he just had his birthday, and I got to spend the weekend with him. So I really got to spend a lot of time with that very strong, passionate Pisces energy, right? We went fishing, guys, so we had an amazing weekend. But you'll see there on your screen, you have Saturn, Mercury, and the Sun in this triple conjunction in Pisces. This is current energy. This is what's happening right now. Like I took this and threw this together just minutes before the live. And I did this because we're all feeling some pretty heavy energies with this triple conjunction in Pisces. Does Venus and Mars down there have something to do with this? Yes, it does. But I feel like the most impact, that heavy feeling that we're feeling right now, is going to come with that triple conjunction that we're experiencing in Pisces. And that's that heavy energy that we feel, where it just feels like we're being weighed down. It's grief energy. So some of you could be experiencing grief at this time, and grief for many different things. Right now, we're all having this awakening experience, right? Where we're going from our old life to our new life. And we're kind of in this limbo, right? As we're waiting for everything to and everyone to kind of catch up. So I find it, just really powerful to know that we're experiencing these energies together, and we shouldn't beat ourselves up, right? Like we're not going to be high vibing in this wonderful happy-go-lucky energy all the time. Life is a process of healing. That's what we're doing, right? It's lessons, and we're healing from these lessons, and we're just learning to become better people, right? And happiness is, I feel like, when you learn to cultivate those fluttering moments of joy, right? Like happiness is not something that we will sustain 24/7. DeQuinta Miles, I'm so glad you're back. But I feel like a lot of us feel these energies, especially those of us on this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey, like sadness, right? And we're like, well, why are we experiencing these, right? Like if we understand high vibrational energy, and we understand that we're having this, spiritual awakening journey, and we understand that we're changing and we're evolving and we're ascending, right? Then it's like, why do we have pain? And why do we have grief? And why do we have sadness? I feel like this is all these feelings that we have make us who we are. And I think that one of the most challenging things in this very specific type of spiritual awakening journey that we're having here at PLR is finding the positive, right? Miss Tina is actually the one who taught me that, guys. So in case you guys ever wonder, she's the one that came and found me in my darkness and was like, there's light somewhere. You just have to find it. And I don't, it doesn't matter how little it is. You just find that tiny little light, and then you just grow with it, right? You find the next tiny little light, and that's happiness to me. Is when I can have these little moments of joy and I gather them and experience them, and I'm in the present, right? I'm not worried about what happened to me before, and I'm not worried about where I'm going or where I'm going to be. I just get to experience that moment right then and there. So anyway, I just say all of this because I feel like so many of us are feeling this very heavy Pisces triple conjunction energy and asking ourselves, like, why? I really started to beat myself up about it and was like, gosh, Rosa, you're trying to heal from all this depression and sadness and all this stuff. Like, why dwell in it, or why allow it to come back or resurface, right? And I was watching another astrologist, and she said, this Pisces conjunction that we're experiencing right now, because it's Pisces energy, because Pisces honors their spirituality, right? Like, because that's Pisces energy. It's about honoring the feelings that we're experiencing with those conjunctions that are happening right now. And so that heavy feeling, or that grief that you may be feeling, or the sadness, or the closure, and closure for whatever it is, an old life, an old job, an old relationship, like, don't beat yourself up for feeling them. Allow yourself to experience the feelings. And then I think the trick is not getting stuck in them, right? Like, not getting stuck in them. Today I watched I'm going to say my final episode of One Day on Netflix. I've been talking to you guys, several of you guys, about this show. I don't know. Some of you guys have asked me, should you watch it? Should you not watch it? Again, this is my journey, and I'm not going to tell people, I don't know. I don't know. If you want to watch it, you know what it's about. I mean, watch it. But I think it was definitely a test for me, and being able to, like, control my emotions, which I'm actually not succeeding at. And I'm going to tell you why. Ready? I realized something in the last couple of days in my own personal journey. And tell me if you guys have realized this too. It's easier for us to be mad, right? Like, it's easier for us to be angry. Angry is a much easier feeling to have than to actually sit in pain, sadness, or grief, right? Like, it's easier to just think of all the bad things someone did to us instead of focus or think about the idea that they're gone, right? So I feel like this triple conjunction in Pisces right now is really giving us all this massive lesson that this show gave me. It's okay. Like, it's okay to be, sad sometimes. It's okay to have grief sometimes. And it's okay to feel heavy sometimes. But what's not okay is when we choose to stay in it, right? When we choose to stew in it. And I think that's the part that this whole journey is teaching us, right? All right, so that's my jibber jabber about the current energy. I just hope it helps. That's what I'm here for, right? I had that conversation today too, like, what I'm here for. I'm definitely at this part in my journey, where it's like Spirit's giving me the choice, right? Like, I could really take this channel and all the platforms really, and go in whatever direction I want to go in, right? And I don't know, it's weird. It's weird when you realize that you've joined this, like, we've joined this group of twin flames on YouTube. And I think that just hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, before, I was telling a friend of mine, I was like, before we were just, a speck of dust, and we were nobody. And it's like, now we're monetized, and it's like, now we're somebody, right? So we're somebody having this journey, and there's so many of us, out here on social media having this journey. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm at this weird place where I get to decide, do I continue the journey? Do I continue telling everyone what's happening to me so that everyone can see that they're not alone? Or, do I go somewhere and change my name and dye my hair blonde? you know, I don't know. I think what's gonna happen is I think I'm gonna go to Sandra's. I think I'm gonna go to Sandra's and we're gonna sell crystals. All right, I'm almost ready. I know I said I was ready, but I forgot to do my little oil on my hands. These little routines are used to not be such a big deal to me. I don't know. I was just like, oh wow, I'm Rosa and I can read tarot and I'm super badass. I didn't realize it was a gift, right? Like it's a gift to be given these gifts, to be able to do these things, right? All right. Collective energy. Let's go check in on the masculine and feminine. Let's do 1133 because I'm going to wait for it. Synchronicities have been big today. I have a friend got a bill and the numbers were very, synchronicity. The 11s everywhere, 555s everywhere. I used to get excited about the synchronicities in this journey. It was confirmation, right? I'm at this point in my journey where I don't need any more confirmation. I know. And some of you are like, I understand that you wish you had the confirmation that I have. And so I understand. It's like somebody with a lot of ice cream that complains about having a lot of ice cream to somebody who has no ice cream. I totally get that. But after a while, the synchronicities and the confirmation, especially when it comes straight from the horse's mouth, right? Like, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like too much. All right, so the Heal Yourself reading cards. How teachable are you comes out for masculine energy. We see the home card. That could be what they're learning about a home situation. Whenever I see the home card, I just get that feeling. It's that weird feeling, like we know each other. We get it with each other too. Like DeQuinta Miles is pretty new, but I know her. Michelle, she's kind of new, right? But we know her. Diana, we know her. Sandra, we know her. And we feel like we know each other in such a weird, unique way. That's the home feeling. It's just because we know each other's pain. That's honestly what it is. The Courage card. I do see the Love card. The Courage card is giving me a little bit of separation. I almost said separation anxiety. Haha. But I don't think it's the masculine that is leaving this time. I think divine feminines are fixing to experience our independence and our individuality. I think collectively we're at this stage in our journey where we've realized, again, it was never ever about the person, and it was always about the purpose. I'm so glad that spirit gave me that message like from day one. I weebled and wobbled because I'm human on this journey. um, but I understand that now, especially if you watch the show. Watch the show, y'all. Just watch it. Get your tissues ready, but watch the show, because it does show you how each person has their own individual purpose. Like their soul has their own individual journey. And I think the masculine energy has always known that. And I think the feminine energy is just now really starting to understand what that means. And what that means is that you have something to go do. And it's going to take courage. I sentenced myself to a year in our local town. Like I had moved out of state away from this person. Many miles. And never changed my ID, never changed my address, never did anything I was supposed to do. And then when I got jury duty, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going back. I'm so excited to get jury duty. I'm going to go for a couple of weeks. I'm going to get to see a trial. We live in a small town, so there's all kinds of scandals in this town. So I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to be so interesting. I get to serve, yada, yada, right? And then I get here and I sign up, and it's a year of jury duty. I've never in my life seen anything like this town. I did try to get out of it, but I didn't at first. And so when I tried to get out of it, the judges kind of wanted to know, like, why didn't you try to get out at the beginning? And then, I guess I'm the lesson for all people. If you move, change your things. But I feel like at the end of it, I had put myself in the situation, and now I'm serving the situation, right? I do feel like I probably did that subconsciously on purpose. I didn't like being away. I totally struggled the whole time I was gone. I kept feeling like I was being pulled back to him, or like back to the situation, but I wasn't. It was just fear of where I was going to go next, right? And really what's happened is I've just given myself this year sentence, and when the year comes to an end, I'll still be exactly where I was then. So I'll still have to have that courage to go do what I'm supposed to go do, right? All right, so self-love is bridging energy. So remember, bridging energy, it doesn't matter whether you're together or not together. It's what you're currently learning at the same time, right? So self-care, healing. The home card, again, on the bottom. It's interesting. I feel like ever since this journey happened to me, it happens to you, by the way. I just want you guys to know. Like, I don't think anyone here is out trying to find their twin flame. Like, I don't think anyone here is out looking for them. We just don't have those kind of people, because I don't know. I feel like here the collective energy is very much you met someone, right? Like there's a person, there's someone who awakened you and just totally effed your whole world up, right? And like everything, and not really, your world was already effed up. They just showed you that it was. Like they showed you that your mask you were wearing like wasn't fooling anyone, right? And then it just seems like ever since that happened, I don't know where, like, where home is. Does that make sense? All right, Tarot of the Sweet Twilight. Let's look at how teachable are you? Masculine energy. We have 6 swords, being guided to calmer waters. 5 of Pentacles. It's okay to ask for help. And the Nave of Swords is Page of Swords. Page of Swords is normally the card that says someone's watching and they're scared to say something, scared to speak up. Look how she's tapping on his shoulder. It's almost like there's no need to say it anymore. So we've already moved in that direction. Everybody wants to go to calmer waters, right? All right, the Courage card for Divine Feminine. We have 6 of Pentacles, getting assistance, balancing the scales. We have the Knight of Cups and the 4 of Cups. How interesting. Didn't see that coming. All right, so I'm just going to read the cards. So the 6 of Pentacles says that it's help, getting help. The Knight of Cups is normally we relate the Knight of Cups to our twin counterpart when they're in that player energy, which is most of the journey, right? Like they're out there trying to replace that feeling, right? With anything and anyone at any time. I will say that it does seem, if you study older twins, that it does seem like they grow out of that, you know, whatever. I've always actually had so much compassion and understanding for the Knight of Cups energy, because I understand that the reason the Knight of Cups is taking their cup around is because they're trying to get someone to put love in their cup. They don't know how to love themselves. So they haven't been able to figure out how to, self-love, self-care, self-heal. So it's like they keep taking their cup, like, oh, love me, love me, love me, right? In this particular tarot, he's pouring sand out of his cup. It's like something has run dry, has run out. And then we have the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is a card of manifestation. It says you have all the ingredients to do something. But it does remind me, are you ready? Like, here's a tickle. There's this old State Farm commercial. I want to say it was State Farm. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was State Farm. Where it was the guy, it was the actor, it was this old funny guy. He used to play on this show called Coach. But he was the guy on the commercial, and he's like a fisherman, and he's got this fisherman hat on, in a reel, and he has a dollar on the end of the reel, like where the hook is. And he goes around and he like casts it out in front of people, right? And like people are trying to reach and get that dollar, and he'll wait till like they'll get really close, and then he pulls it up and goes, "Oh, you were so close, but you didn't get it." And it was supposed to be about a commercial about like how, other companies like take your dollar and don't really give you anything back, but this company gives you something back, whatever. But it kind of reminds me of that, like this tease, like you thought you could have this, but you can't. You thought you could have this, but you can't. There's something about being courageous in this moment where you're having to stand on your own, where you feel like you're just out there on your own, taking all the hits, right, on your own. But it's like there's something about like being courageous enough to do it will bring you assistance. Like you'll get help and assistance in being able to manifest the thing that has been like the dollar on the fishing pole, right? Like so far away, yet so close. it's almost like if you can be courageous enough to do it, the energy comes towards you and you don't have to use the fishing pole, right? All right, self-love. It's number 24. So we have the Nave of Wands. So remember, in Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, the Naves are pages. Nave of Wands, Page of Wands, Spiritual Awakening. It's the page, it's the student that is excited about their spiritual awakening, right? That's what I was going to say earlier. I feel like Spirit's really having me focus on, like, what are the positives? Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it doesn't seem fair. Yes, all those things. But what are the positives, right? Learning how to pour into my own cup, right? Like learning how to be my own cheerleader, learning to love myself, learning to take care of myself, learning how to heal my freaking heart, right? Like all of those things are massive positive things from this journey. The Two of Cups is here and the Two of Swords is here. Two of Cups is soulmate energy. It's about coming together. It's romantic energy. And Two of Swords is about breaking free. Feeling like you're stuck, like you can't move or you can't go somewhere. I'm definitely getting the energy like something comes together when we realize that, one, we were free all along, and two, we realize the benefits of this journey. In the show, by the way, I don't know, spoiler alert, I guess you could say, in the show, so plug your ears if you're going to watch it, I don't know. They do in the end come together. And it seemed easy, like it was always supposed to be the way that it was. And that's kind of the energy with these cards. All right, let's do head, heart, higher self. No major arcanas. Definitely that standing on your own feeling. Definitely could feel like a test. I feel like for my own personal journey, I'm just like today, I feel like I just spent focusing on the purpose. Children comes out in the headspace. That's all of us, right? Very soon is in the heart space. Reconciliation is there for higher self. I'm not even going to touch on it anymore. There's this other twin flame tarot reader. I think she's actually in denial, or not denial, but I think she's like, what do they call it when you're like, don't call me that anymore? You know, she's banning the label. And like I noticed that she experiences triggers just like me when she's reading, you know. And I think for her it was the wedding card. She kept seeing the wedding card. And several twins have gotten married, right? And not to each other. And several are married or are engaged, right? So I get it. I understand, right? But I don't know. On one hand, I don't understand like why she's so triggered, because I feel like it's better to know that it's not just you, right? Like we're all experiencing this shit, right? So I don't know. I feel like it's weird. Something just really triggers her. I think for me, it's they're coming back, you know, reconciliation, union, all of that crap. And I think it's because I believe we're always in union. Like I don't think that there's someone walking around with half my soul. I have my whole soul right here. But I understand it. I get it. I don't think that it's what we think it is, right? I think union or reunion or this reconciliation crap that we keep seeing all the time. I think these are like I've been saying this since last June. Like a reboost or like a recharge, like where we have to come together again. I'm gonna, go back to that show we were talking about, because it you see it happen throughout the years of the timeline of the show, right? Like it shows you, they came together at this point, and then she goes off and makes this huge life decision and does this big thing, and he goes off and does this big thing, right? And then they come back together, and sure enough, guess what happens? They have this moment, and then they go off, and guess what? She does this big thing, and he does this big thing, because it's about the purpose, right? Like it's about the purpose and not the person. So I feel like every time I get triggered because we see these, and it's not just me, you guys get triggered too. But it's like we think it's something it's not. We're making it something it's not. The expectation, right? Like, what do I say about expectations on this journey? You know what else I learned today? And I wasn't really going to talk about it, but I guess I'm going to talk about it. I learned today that some people think that, like, us twin flame tarot readers keep you stuck. Like, that just blew my mind when I heard somebody else say that. I was like, what? Like, how do I keep, like, turn it off? I'm not at your house telling you to watch tarot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It totally blew my mind, but it made sense to me. Like, why certain people have had like a certain type of attitude with me. Like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry that you, actually, I'm not sorry that spirit chose you to be on this journey. I'm sorry that you don't see the rewards of being on the journey. And I'm sorry that you think that, like, I would keep you stuck in any shape, way, form, or fashion. Just so you know, like, we're all freaking stuck. You know what I'm saying? There you go. I mean, I don't know how else to say that. We're all dealing with this shit here. Like, we're all trying to figure out, do I meet someone else? Do I go try to get married to somebody else? Do I stop doing tarot for twin flames? Do I decide to go, I don't know, be a freaking vet? I'm not even an animal person. I don't know why I said that. But you see what I'm trying to say? Like, we're all dealing with this, right? Like, I'm not out here. If you want a personal reading, they're in the description box, right? But my goal was always to be monetized, right? Like, that's my goal. I'm gonna have the big man pay me, right? He's the one with all the money. So it's like, they say you do get to a point eventually where you don't do any personal readings. I don't know. I kept saying that I couldn't picture that, but it's like, as I get further down the journey, yeah, I can totally see how that would be a thing, because we have to start conserving our energies, right? We have to start protecting our energies. And I don't think people realize how much energy is exchanged when someone does a reading for you. Like, I don't think people understand. I didn't understand. At the beginning, I used to, like, laugh at all these tarot readers and be like, why are they so tired all the time? Oh my gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Some of you out there, you think I keep you stuck or kept you stuck. I don't know. Just don't watch. I'm just being honest about the journey that we're on. I could come out here and be like, everything's great, hunky dory. Everything tastes like chocolate cake, right? But that would be lies. All right. Head, heart, higher self, divine feminine. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Engagement. I think this is the one that really, like, ticked her off. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and retreat is here. And I sense that, but not in the way that I think we think. We've been spending a lot of time on our own. Spirit has been removing everything away from us that just divine feminine does not need in her life, right? But I feel like and I called the March twin flame current energy into the woods. And I said, like, are we running into the woods to go hide? I said, no, right? We're not doing that. But it's a commitment issue, right? It's a commitment situation. We're going, it's like into the woods is like our soul committing to spirit into this journey. And I think sometimes that's going to make us go places and do things or experience things maybe that are challenging or out of our comfort zone, and maybe sometimes away from the people that we're used to being around, right? Soulmate is on the bottom. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. No messages today, just, yeah. I'm going to do some guidance to close it out. We'll use the angel inspiration. Spirit's telling us to cooperate. Step into the light. And the love card comes out. Greet the dawn. We read that yesterday for somebody. I don't remember. Free reading, collective reading, maybe. But greet the dawn is definitely that commitment energy that I was just talking about. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. I hope that was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, guys, and we're going to go ahead and jump into Aries. Ooh, the collective. You know why our collective energies are so heavy sometimes? It's one word. Ready? Expectations. All right, so here's what I picked out for the fire signs. I'm going to start out with the numinous or energy of the week. I'm going to keep it easy, cheesy, because I'm all in my feels today with the energy oracle. Power of love activation, because we all need it for guidance. And then, of course, I will close it out with the moonology oracle. And I'm going to turn this fan because summer has arrived in Kentucky, apparently. And I'm just saying, like, if this is warm now, like, whew. Something else positive. I just thought of a old problem that I used to have every summer that I will no longer have and will not have to deal with this summer. So yay. See, there's positivity everywhere. This is humid today. Yes, sticky. There's a movie I love. It's called Elizabethtown. I know I've mentioned it probably several times. The OGs are going to know. Beautiful movie. I love it. There's this part in it where the man, it's that Orlando Bloom guy, super handsome, but he's talking to, it's his cousin in this movie, and they're there for his dad's funeral. And he's talking about the weather. It's in Kentucky. It's in Elizabethtown, right? And he's talking about the weather, and he said something about, this is the time of year when how do you say it? How do you phrase it? Like it gets hotter than the hinges on the gates to hell, something like that. That just describes Kentucky and the humidity and the heat here, like perfectly. I think I'm taking a fishing trip, guys. I'm excited about it. I'll tell you more about it as it gets closer. I hit the camera, sorry. All right, Aries, let's do 4055 because I've seen it. That was a long collective. All right, Aries, this is for the week of March 10th through March 16th. You do have Pisces new moon comes in at the very beginning of the week. I will say be cautious, Aries, because I feel like this could definitely be one of those. We've had those the last few lunar phases really feeling very opposite when it comes to new moons and full moons. And I'm definitely picking that energy up again. I'm getting almost like there's a surprise, Aries. Let's see what kind of surprise. All right, we have ninth house seeking. I do see a square. There is a challenge. Something could create tension or sound an alarm. All right, let's see what it's about. It's interesting, Aries. So if I never say sun, moon, rising. Okay, so I always, where is Aries for you, right? I study your birth charts. We have all 12 pieces of the pie. Yes, sun, moon, rising are very important, but it takes a lot of different aspects and a lot of different planets and a lot of different places to make you who you are, right? So I would say first look at your ninth house. What is that for you? Mine, coincidentally, is Pisces. How interesting, right? Foreign travel is on here. Are you going somewhere, Aries? I feel like it's almost like Spirit's been preparing me. I've traveled my whole life. My whole life I've traveled. My mom used to move us. I remember she told my ex that her record was 11 times in 6 months. Can you guys picture getting up and moving 11 times in 6 months? And that was my childhood, really. And then I moved in with my grandpa, so I got some calm down time. But honestly, I've never really been anywhere on my own. I've never really traveled anywhere. I was married for 20 years, and wherever he was, I was, right? Like that's how it went. And I don't know. Definitely been feeling like Spirit's been preparing me. All right, let's look at challenge or obstacle. We have this strategy. I do see journal log here. We talked about dreams this morning, right? Everybody dreamed about their twin last night, right? And so everybody messages me too. It's so funny. It's like when it happens, it's like, I don't know. We have like these big collective booms, and it's like everybody messages at the same time, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, this thing is happening!" And I wish I could just like put you all in a room and show you each other. You know what I mean? But writing things down, writing your dreams down, especially guys, I have a guided dream journal. I know I never talk about it. I should market my things so much better. It's very helpful if you're struggling to figure out your dreams or like why you're having certain dreams. Or Michelle is going to tell you symbols. If you're seeing symbols, like that's, I'm saying there's a little part in there where you can actually like draw things out. And I'm just saying, check it out. Very affordable, but very helpful. So journal log definitely sticking out to me. Writing something down, making a plan. Aries. Aries is what do they say? Fire by your seat by your. I don't know the phrases. But it's like you just go fast. We move quickly. So I'm in Aries, right? My sun is in Aries. I have Mercury in Aries, Mars in Aries. All the Aries, right? I have Venus and Pisces, thank God. I made the joke one day. I was like, you know, if I say that I love you, like I love your soul, I really, my Venus is in Pisces, like I really mean that, right? When I look at your eyes, I'm literally seeing your soul, right? It's a true thing. But I do feel like there's something that you need to really sit down and make a plan. And this is new for Aries. Aries is a go, 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 we'll think about it later type of energy, right? I do see the yin yang. Yin yang is that out with the old and with the new energy. It is definitely a symbol for the twin flame journey, of course. All right, let's look at lesson learned. So we have woman holding a coin. There's another most positive thing that happened to me in this journey, and I can't believe I didn't think to mention this earlier. But understanding my worth, understanding my self-worth, like that is huge. When I met this person, like when I had this experience, I was with this person that I was married to for a very long time that didn't treat me very well at all. I mean, just treated me very poorly. I could go down the laundry list of shit that he did to me, but I mean, just think of any bad guy, and yeah, he did all those things, right? So it's like, I didn't know my worth, and I just kept staying with this person and thought, I guess this is all I'm supposed to have in life, right? Like, I guess this is how I'm supposed to be treated. I guess this is what I'm worth, right? And it took this person like coming and waking me up and being like, no, Rosa, this is bullshit. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be, you know, like, hey. And that now I see my worth. I've created my own business, y'all. Like I started PLR. I write my own paychecks, right? Like I make my own schedule. I don't know. It's amazing. I don't There's so much positive, and I wish that like spirit would really help me focus on that more. Look at that. I feel like this is the week, Aries. This is the week. Appreciation comes out. Appreciation is the card that says you could be struggling to find gratitude in something right now. It may look messy still. It may look like you've done a lot of work and you still don't know like where it's going or where it's headed. But I know that you already see, here it is, early March. And it's like, I know that you already see the little blossoms blooming. You already see those little green stems like coming out from the seed that you planted, right? And I think if we can just focus on that, then maybe the heavier spiritual part of this journey wouldn't be so painful. Seventh chakra is on the bottom. Seventh chakra is our connection to spirit. It's interesting. I think it was the X. The X had a kind of like a yin yang tattoo. Most of us, the twins, have tattoos on the forearms. Forearms. And they're angel tattoos. And usually have some significant meaning to them about who they think they are. And I don't mean that in a way like they think they're something, you know, good. I want to say that mine said it was a reminder to remind him to do good, something like that. All right, Aries, ninth house seeking. What are you seeking, Aries? So we have Four of Cups coming out. Four of Cups is that manifestation energy. It does say that you have all the ingredients to put something together. The Emperor is here. That's your powerful energy, Aries. It says you have the knowledge, you have the know-how. It's reminding me of this message card. I didn't pull messages in the collective. But it's definitely reminding me of this message. It was you're good, you got it, you know, from here on, whatever. And it was like when I first started this journey, I just kept looking to him to like fix it or figure something out because I didn't understand like how we gotten to where we were and how my life was like completely turned upside down. And I didn't realize, you know what I'm saying, that like I was going to be the one to fix it. I was going to be the one to heal. I was going to be the one to do the things, right? And the you good, you got it, you know, whatever message was like um just like saying like I didn't need him to do anything, right? Ten of Swords is here, and Ten of Swords is a completion to a painful life cycle. That could be what you're seeking. I know it's what I'm seeking. All right, strategy. So we have the Tower, Mars energy. We have the High Priestess coming out back to back next to each other, along with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is not actually a major arcana, but I mean, coming out with the two major arcanas, have mercy. And then, of course, we see the Death card, Scorpio energy. Let's just go ahead and pull them all out. Chariot, Cancer energy, Six of Cups, reunion energy, Knight of Wands. We have Justice, Aries. Look at this. And the Eight of Cups, the Hanged Man is on the bottom. I've never seen so many. That's not true. I mean, I'm sure I have somewhere along the way, but that is a lot of major arcanas coming out for Aries. And here's what I'm going to say, Aries. Like, Spirit's here, right? Spirit's here. So major arcanas are divinely fated energy. This is Spirit, the Emperor, the Tower, the High Priestess, the Death card, the Chariot, Justice. These are all Spirit energy. These are us. Four of Cups, Ten of Swords, Six of Swords. It's us if we listen, because this card says that Spirit's guiding us to calmer waters. The Six of Cups, reunion. That's us. We do reunion, right? Like, that's what we do. Knight of Wands, gaining courage to deliver a message, right? Like, we do these energies. This is what we do. The major arcanas is what Spirit does for us. All right, so Aries seeking could have something to do with traveling. I feel like you feel like you've gotten some knowledge in how to close something out, how to bring a painful chapter in your life to an end. I do feel like it's going to bring some shock and awe, right? It's going to be surprising, most likely, to those around you, right? High Priestess is energy of like trying to put the puzzle pieces together. And I think you finally do, Aries. It's a challenge or obstacle until you listen, right? Until you listen. Because Six of Swords says that Spirit is guiding you and showing you which direction to go. And I know for me that is the case, but I've been fighting it for a year or over a year. I've been fighting it for a really long time. But yeah, I feel like this is the week. This is the week where you finally follow the guidance. You go to where Spirit is leading you. The Worth card in lesson learned is lesson learned. Like, you've learned your worth, you've learned your abilities. The Black Cat always sticks out to me. The Death card is Scorpio energy, but I feel like that's the transformation. That's the massive transformation you've experienced. For me personally, on my journey, that's the greatest thing that my counterpart did for me. I know people would normally think like, oh, they woke you up. No. they reminded me of how badass I am. Like that is the most powerful and the most thing that I feel like I'm most grateful for on this journey, right? The Chariot is the ride or die partner. It is that energy that says, don't be afraid to move quickly. It's already a victory. You've already won. You've already won. And the Six of Cups is here. Six of Cups is a gift. And it's very possible that this week you do receive a gift, Aries. For some of you, reunion could be that gift, right? Just because I'm bitter and angry doesn't mean that I should make every Aries, you know. But Knight of Wands is here, and Knight of Wands is be courageous enough to deliver a message about passion and excitement. Justice is here. It's a Libra energy, so you could be dealing with a Libra, but it's about balancing the scales. It does say that there was this great injustice done to you, Aries, and it's like those scales need to be balanced. Eight of Cups is here, and Eight of Cups says you finally like take heed. You finally hear the message. You finally realize like where it is that you're going. Eight of Cups is the card that says you're walking away from something, right? We don't like saying that here for whatever reason, but we recently, not recently, it's been a while, we've learned, right, that he was walking towards his Two of Cups, right? So like he was always going towards the goal, which was 10 of Cups, right? It's the goal. And we normally see the Eight of Cups, and the cups are like all lined up really nice and neat, and they're all upside right. And it says, you know, the meaning of the card is that you've done everything you can here, and now you realize like the journey's not done and you have to move forward to go find those other two cups. Aries, I think you've done everything for a really long time, and when you finally put these pieces together, when you finally see, my ears just started ringing, but when you finally see where it is that you're headed, it's like you don't try to straighten the cups up anymore. You don't keep doing and doing and doing and doing. It's like you finally realize, oh, I've put too much time into this. I was supposed to go over here. The Hanged Man, the Hierophant, I'm just saying they keep going. Two of Cups almost should be a major arcana. The Hanged Man is Pisces energy. I feel like this new moon could be bringing some pretty big opportunities. I do sense some full moon energy with that tower, but I think it's just going to be that you shock people, you surprise people with the decisions that you make or where you've decided to go next, right? All right, let's do Power of Love activation for Aries. Purpose. I love Spirit, and I love that Spirit loves me and forgives me. Have mercy. You possess the determination and dedication to consciously demonstrate love. Transformation, another big confirmation of what we talked about with that Scorpio energy. You use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness and satisfaction, which is appreciation, right? You let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so that others no longer define who you are. Loyalty is on the bottom. Your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. Diana says both forearms have tattoos. It normally is both. It normally is both. All right, so Moonology Oracle to close it out for Aries. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Strategy, you're going to need to make a plan, Aries. Step out of your comfort zone. That's definitely happening. And look at that. The end of a tough cycle approaches. It's going to be full moon in Capricorn. On the bottom, a new romantic cycle begins. It's new moon in Libra. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly and we're going to move on to Leo. (101:11) because I've seen it. All right, Leo, this is going to be from March 10th through March 16th. We have Pisces new moon on the 10th. I do feel like Aries, we just did Aries reading, and I do feel like it definitely gave us some full moon energy with that Tower card we see. All right, so I'm using the numinous. Let's pull energy of the week for Leo. March 10th through the 16th, we have Cancer coming out. It's the mother energy, feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, and intuitive is on there. Sixth house cracked is also here. Work details, health, and well-being. It's giving me some feminine energy for sure. Self-care, self-healing. Could have something to do with a mom. Could have something to do with protective energy. Word moody, sticking out, and family oriented. All right, challenge or obstacle. We have anxiety. You're worried about something. Look at that. I'm not sure what it is. I picked up on that family kind of motherly energy. I'm going to take that victory. Thank you, Spirit. Again, I'm not saying sun, moon, rising, right? So where's Leo for you? For most of you, you're watching this because it's sun, moon, rising, and this is going to have something to do with like healing motherly energy in a family situation. For me, Leo energy is my second house assets. I think if people knew the deal, like the arrangement, it's not an arrangement. It's like the promise, right? I guess. It's like on the other end of this journey. I don't know, I just feel like people would be really surprised. We're worried about something that we don't need to worry about. And that's the message. Anxieties and your challenges are obstacle, Leo. And it says that you're worried. There's a storm outside her window. She doesn't know if the storm is coming or going. So it's like it could be going away and you're worried about something. But here's what I know. And I'm going to say it because it just came to me. I don't feel like, I mean, you're victorious this week. But is it possible, Leo, that you're allowing your anxiety to like push off your happiness? Like you're allowing, I'm going to say it, right? I know I'm going to step on toes, but I'm Rosa over here at PLR. Like I don't give a crap anymore. I can't sugarcoat shit. Like I just can't. I don't know. But you're allowing your anxiety, because you can control your anxiety by building your faith, right? Like I just learned that. So I know it's possible. It can be done. So it's like you're allowing your anxiety to take your happiness away, and could be allowing your anxiety to take your happiness away from, like, you know, an entire, like, it's the happy family card is here. So I don't know what you're anxious about, but it means that you're not present. It means that you don't have faith in God. It means that you don't have faith in spirit. It means that you don't have faith in the universe. It means that you think that, you know, everything's just out to get you. And that's not the case. You can think it, but it doesn't make it true, right? So, Leo, whatever the anxiety is, don't allow it to take from you more than I feel like it probably already has. The fifth chakra is on the bottom. You need to say something. You need to speak up. You need to talk to somebody. All right, the Cancer energy, a feeling, a sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive. Nocturnals on here. How are you sleeping, Leo? But I feel like it's family oriented, clearly, right? All right, so Eight of Swords comes out for the Cancer energy. Leo, go look on your chart. Where is Cancer for you? What house does that represent? Do you feel stuck in that situation in your life, right? Because Eight of Swords is like self-restriction. Like you're telling yourself, oh, I can't do this. It's never coming. It's not going to happen for me. And here's what I'm going to say. You can't mess up your journey. Your path is your path. But can you cause delays? Can you make things harder than they have to be? Yes, absolutely you can. The Knight of Wands is here. Knight of Wands could be reckless energy, but it could also say, like, don't be afraid to move quickly. Don't be afraid to go after what you're passionate about. The World card. Also, too, like, don't be afraid to close something out and start something new. Like, don't be afraid of that. The World is kind of giving me some new moon energy. Like you're fixing to get a new opportunity. Go towards it. Be excited. Don't be scared of it. All right, let's see if we can figure out what you're anxious about, Leo. Challenge or obstacle? Ooh, have mercy. Came out and hit me. All right, Ten of Swords, completion again to a painful life cycle. Has something to do with your pentacles, goals, achievements, things that you want. And Seven of Wands, boundaries, having to fight for something or having to fight something off. I don't know. It's going to have something to do with money, work, bringing something to an end, a completion. Happy family as lesson learned. So we have Five of Wands, battles, disagreements, arguments, temperance, slow moving energy, Sagittarius. It's also healing, coming together. Nine of Wands, not giving up on something, seeing something from a different perspective. All right, you have the Victory card as the outcome. Okay. Two of Wands is here, an important decision to make. A Nine of Swords, there's that anxiety. All right, so it's going to have something to do with your finances, Leo, something to do with your money. And there could be some battles and disagreements in a family situation. I do feel like you choose to heal something. And I think it's because you see something from a different perspective. I think when that happens, then you have an important decision to make. I do feel like you are going to be victorious in that decision. I don't think that you yourself are going to completely understand the victory that you're receiving, because the King of Pentacles is stepping up to the plate. The King of Pentacles is a protector and a provider. The Knight of Swords is that anxiety, the fear, the thing you're allowing to take your happiness from you. So if you're stepping up to the plate here and you're making an important decision, it's like, are you going to talk to someone about that anxiety? Because that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Three of Pentacles is here. Three of Pentacles is teamwork, right? So it's normally the card that you see the two people on the top of the church, they're working together, right? I picked the Gilded Tarot. So Three of Pentacles, he's by himself. It's like you're used to doing something with someone, and you're going to have to step up and take control of your fear and do something on your own. You know, Cancer and Sagittarius. And I mean, the Pentacles. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, here's some guidance. We have, look at that. Thank you, Spirit. Big confirmation. Individuality. You leave your unique stamp of love on everything you do. Present. Another big confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. You live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances, and discernment is here. You're developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Evolution is on the bottom. You realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. All right, Leo, Moonology Oracle to close it out. It's going to help with your thoughts and emotions. I feel like it's time for you to do something on your own in the present moment, and it's going to bring you so many changes, so many victories in life. Believe in the impossible, the blue moon. Take time to breathe out, disminting moon. And a personal issue reaches a resolution. Look at that. Full moon in Cancer. I would say, Leo, go back to the full moon in Cancer, because that's when that flip-floppy energy started, the full moon 2023 Cancer full moon, because that's when we started feeling like that was a new moon. And then we had the full moon, and that felt like a new moon. And then we had the, you know what I'm saying? New moon feels like full moon feels like new moon. And it's been going like this. We go all the way this way until we hit that eclipse moon, that Aries moon, when that solar eclipse is here, right? And I feel like hopefully things will balance back out the way they are supposed to be then. Your dreams need a practical plan. A full moon in Taurus is on the bottom. All right, I'm going to leave it right there, Leo. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, tap that like button for me. I'm going to clean up really quickly, and we have Sagittarius left. I'm excited you're here too. I was just wondering about that, Diana. So Aries, I feel like comfort zone. Comfort zone is going to be the theme, right? And Aries, it's going to be, well, it seems like so far, Aries and Leo doing something on your own. Um, um, was it 1 hour 11 seconds? I wrote 1:01:11. I think it's 1 hour 1 minute 11 seconds. Sorry, I just seen your timestamps. But yeah, I think for Aries it's traveling, and for Leo it could have something to do with self-care, self-love, self-healing. So let's see what comes out for Sagittarius. All right, let's do 1:15:15. Sagittarius, this is from March 10th through March 16th. We do have Pisces new moon coming in on the 10th. Almost feeling like the new moon is putting a little pressure on the fire signs. All right. The energy of the week from the numinous, we have Neptune dreams. I love that this came out. We've been talking about dreams all day. I even posted a little thing on Facebook. If you guys haven't followed my Facebook yet, go check it out. Links always in the description box. But I posted on there today, and I put some 5 reasons that we have twin flame dreams, right? Like, what's the purpose of these dreams, right? And we all know, those of us on this journey, we all know these dreams are different than regular dreams, right? Um, and I put on there like all the different reasons, like purposes that they happen, because they really mess us up a lot. It seems like we can really be doing really good on our journey, on our self-care, self-healing, all of that stuff, and then we have one of these dreams where we wake up and it takes us like 20 minutes to realize it was a freaking dream, right? Or I don't know about you guys, but like I wake up tired, like I'm exhausted. I'm like I'm supposed to be sleeping. It actually happened. So we were talking about it in the collective reading, like everyone's had the dreams last night, right? And so, and why we have them collectively at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know. But I do feel like when I woke up this morning, I had that same draggy, tired, you know what I'm saying, type of feeling in the morning. I was gonna have to like really push myself. I'm trying not to do coffee anymore, so it's like, oh my gosh, my whole world is just right. And so I got up, I was moving. I actually had a kind of an important meeting this morning, and I totally just, I don't know, fell out and slept for like 4 hours. I don't know. I want to say that's really not normal, but it seems to be getting more and more normal. I don't know. It just seems like spirit's like, no, child, sleep now. I'm like, oh, okay. But I will say that when I went back to sleep, I feel like I actually got sleep in that 4 hours. Like the nighttime was definitely not like when I felt like I was getting actual sleep, right? Mars action is on the bottom. All right, Sagittarius. So, I mean, this could be about like, having dreams that you're having. It could be about you going after your dreams, things that you're passionate about, right? It could be messages trying to come through. It could be, what are you doing? What are you doing in your dreams, right? Are you traveling? I feel like for some of you, it has something to do with like 5D travel. All right, let's look at challenges or obstacles. It does. Look at that. Spirit's had my back all night. Thank you, Spirit. So door to Spirit comes out as the challenge or obstacle. Door to Spirit is the energy that says, like the veil is being moved aside so that Spirit can get a message to you, right? Or so that you can get a message to Spirit. But it's in your challenges or obstacle because you're probably having some 5D dreams, right? And I know some people on this journey know what 3D, 5D, all these things are. And some people, it's like, where do you get this language from? I feel like if you're on this journey, the language feels, it may feel foreign at first, but it definitely gets very comfortable very quickly, right? And if the language doesn't feel like if it stays feeling foreign to you, then you're probably not on this type of spiritual awakening journey that we're on over here at PLR, right? But I feel like Sagittarius, if you've been following me for any amount of time, then you're most likely on this journey, right? So you're having 5D experiences, and maybe you're not either realizing that they're 5D experiences. So like I feel like the message here is that you're not taking advantage of being able to communicate in that way. Maybe because you wake up like me and you're like, why the bleed do I have to have this dream, right? Like, why do I have to spend this time with this person? Why do I have to do these things, right? Like, what's the point of all that? I get it, but I feel like the message here from spirit is that you're definitely traveling. I picked that up like right away when I turned it over. And you're doing it at night in your sleep, and you're, some people call it astral traveling. Definitely like you could be going to like different locations. You could be doing it together, like I know that sounded sort of funny. I didn't mean it to sound that way. But like you could be like traveling together, at night in your sleep. But it's like you're not understanding the why, the purpose of it. All right, let's look at lesson learned that can help you with the challenge or obstacle. The number 32 is sticking out to me. That could have a significant meaning to some of you. For some of you, that could be an age. Yeah. All right, 19, rest and rejuvenation is here. This is about meditation. This is about going within. So it's almost like spirit's encouraging you to be in this type of energy, right? I feel like you either have fear of it or you are upset about it. I see the door to personal healing and happiness, and spirit saying like this is how you're going to get through that door, but you don't understand like the purpose or the why, or like why it has to be a certain way, something like that. Fifth chakra is here. We seen that earlier tonight. So it is about having to say something, speak up, speak truth. Throat chakra, I want to say too, it's also very possible, because the fifth chakra, yes, it's about speaking things, it's about saying things, but it's also about listening to things, I feel like spirit is trying to get a message to you, most likely in your dreams, most likely when you're traveling, most likely when you're dealing with counterpart energy, and that counterpart energy could be distracting you from the actual message that's trying to come through. Fourth chakra is on the bottom. That's why you're distracted, right? The heart chakra. All right, let's look at Neptune dreams. The subconscious. Self-sacrifice is on here. Universal love. Meditation is on here. Spirituality. Compassion. Fantasies. All right, Three of Pentacles, having to do something on your own. King of Wands, being confident that you can. And the High Priestess, sitting at the veil, getting those messages from spirit, right? Door to Spirit, Knight of Cups is here, being courageous enough to deliver a message about how you feel. The Lovers, to your twin. And Four of Swords, it's healing. It brings great healing. That's your challenge or obstacle. Rest and rejuvenation. We have Eight of Cups, walking towards your Two of Cups. No longer spending any time doing what you've been doing. It's time to try something new, right? Knight of Pentacles is here. It's time to get to work. Knight of Pentacles is that card that we normally see where it's like the field is already behind him, but he's not actually planted any seeds yet. It's like now you have to plant some seeds. Maybe you do that through meditation. Queen of Pentacles is here. Queen of Pentacles is about learning to become your own resource. I do see the peacock. The peacock does represent masculine energy. All right, let's look at that fifth chakra, because I feel like this is the whole story right here. You're not hearing something. You're not hearing something and you're not seeing something. Spirit's probably telling you what it is that you're supposed to say in this situation right here, that Lovers. And for some of you, this could be completely different. For most of you, it's the twin flame journey, right? The energy of the Lovers is when we choose ourselves when we choose to love and heal ourselves, right? And I think that's the biggest misconception in this journey is we see the lovers and we're like, oh, we get married and live happily ever after, yay. No, we choose to love and heal ourselves, right? And I feel like that's what's happening here with that Queen of Pentacles. It's like you're learning to become your own resource in some way. You're planting the seeds. You're not waiting for spirit to do something. You're doing the work. You're getting to work. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel is the outcome. The Hierophant receiving that message from spirit. Seven of Wands, protecting something, fighting for something. Three of Swords, there's that healing again. On the bottom, Six of Cups again, reunion energy. Someone from your past, right? I feel like it's more like this is a gift. It's a gift. You're going to be able to start to pull the positives out of your own twin journey this week. You're going to be able to see how this spiritual journey has brought you intense healing. And I just want to say, for some of you, there could definitely be a conversation as to where we go from here, right? Gemini coming out strongly, and Taurus coming out strongly for Sagittarius. On the bottom, respect. You value everyone's unique perspective on the path to love. Willingness, you're able to compromise if the end result is love. And self-love is here. Thank you, Spirit. You realize that love of self is necessary to love another. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to close it out. Moonology Oracle, this is going to help with your thoughts and emotions. Definitely in both. Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. Prosperity lies ahead, it's new moon in Taurus. Work through your fears, it's new moon in Scorpio. And guess what? Ready? One more. New romantic cycle begins. It's new moon in Libra. Look at all that powerful new moon energy. And when I turn it over on the bottom, balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. All right, Sagittarius, I'm going to leave it right there. I hope that reading was helpful. If it was, guys, tap that like button for me. Like, share, comment, subscribe, join, follow, you know, all the things, all the things. Links are always, always in the description box. No free readings tonight, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I've had a doozy of a day, and I'm just so ready to self-care, right? So I'll see everyone tomorrow night. Tomorrow we're going to do the water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, 8 p.m. as normal, regular time. I hope to see everyone there. Thank you, everyone who came in and hung out with me. I appreciate all of you very, very much. My moderators, thank you so much for keeping the time for everyone. I appreciate you guys. I hope to see everyone tomorrow night. I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.